In 1965, a spacecraft flew over the Sahara Desert, and the two astronauts aboard were amazed as they looked down at the ground. They had spotted something in the midst of the desert that was hard to believe. The astronauts, James McDivitt and Edward White, saw a massive structure resembling a human eye amidst the sandy expanse. Remarkably, there was even a pupil-like feature in the center of this eye. Welcome back to Jam TV. This eye-shaped structure measures 265 kilometers in length and 70 kilometers in width, covering a total area of over 18,500 square kilometers. This means that cities the size of Mumbai could fit in it 30 times, and cities the size of Karachi could fit in it 5 times. The pupil of this eye, which is perfectly round, has a diameter of 40 kilometers. This unique and mysterious structure can only be seen from space and is known as the Eye of the Sahara, or the Richat structure. You might think this is a result of a massive asteroid impact, but that's not the case. Scientists have found no evidence of an asteroid impact here. This is why this structure has puzzled the scientific community for years. How such a perfect circular structure appeared in the desert thousands of miles away remains a mystery. Historians note that the map of the lost city of Atlantis, described in history, closely resembles the Eye of the Sahara. Several maps of Atlantis describe it as a highly advanced civilization with ring-shaped cities connected by bridges over water. The shape of the Eye of the Sahara and the descriptions of Atlantis have many similarities. As for its location, the Greek historian Herodotus, around 2,500 years ago, mapped the world and mentioned a city named Atlantis in the west of Africa. When this map is compared to today's world map, the location of Atlantis matches the location of the Richat structure. Not only this map, but also the Roman geographer Pomponius Mela's map from 2,000 years ago mentions a city named Atlantis. When oriented eastward and rotated to place north at the top, this map also shows Atlantis or Atlantia in the northwest of the Sahara, matching the location of the Richat structure. From the ground, the rings of the Richat structure are so large that it's hard to grasp their true scale. Archaeologists have not found evidence of an ancient human civilization that lived here 12,000 years ago, but there is no similar structure anywhere else in the world, making it a continued mystery in science. Besides the Richat structure, the Sahara Desert hides many other secrets. When we think of the Sahara Desert, we imagine scorching heat, endless sand dunes, and unbearable warmth. However, despite its dry appearance, the Sahara has experienced a greener period in Earth's history. The total area of this desert spans 9 million square kilometers, which is as large as the entire United States or Europe. The Sahara is so vast that it is shared by 11 countries and is continually expanding, increasing by about 10% every 100 years. But why is this happening, and where did all the sand come from? The most striking feature of the desert is the White Desert in Egypt, which looks like an Arctic region during the day. Its white sand and the white limestone formations in the middle give the impression that they were purposely shaped. However, millions of years ago, this area was the bottom of an ocean. Around 250 million years ago, during the age of dinosaurs, there was an ocean named Tethys, where the Sahara now stands. The weight of this ocean deposited a layer of limestone at the bottom. As new continents formed and the ocean receded, winds began to erode the limestone, transforming it into what we now see as the White Desert. This same process of wind erosion explains the formation of sand in the Sahara. Where there was limestone, it became the White Desert, and where there was sandstone, it turned into orange sand. Interestingly, the Sahara Desert wasn't always like this. Scientists have found fossils of plants and trees that could not survive in today's harsh conditions, indicating that the Sahara's landscape was once very different. About 2.6 million years ago, the world was heading towards the last ice age. Everything began to freeze, with glaciers forming. Geologists believe this was the beginning of the fifth major ice age in Earth's history. Earth's orbit changes periodically, causing these ice ages. During the last ice age, areas near the equator, including Africa, became colder, although not frozen. This period, known as the African Humid Period, saw the Sahara turn lush and teeming with life. There were vast meadows, green grasses, rivers, and lakes. The Sahara supported a wide variety of animals similar to those found in rainforests, and early humans migrated here due to the favorable conditions. The Ice Age ended about 11,000 years ago, with Earth's average temperature gradually rising. Ice layers began to melt, and this period of lush life in the Sahara lasted for several thousand years before nature began to reclaim it. Around 4000 BC, or 6,000 years ago, the Sahara started losing its greenery, and sand began to reappear. The remnants of Africa's greener past can still be seen in the Nile River, which is 6,695 kilometers long, starting in Uganda in South Africa, flowing through the Sahara, and emptying into the Mediterranean Sea in Egypt. When North Africa turned into a desert, the ancient Egyptians revered the Nile River, considering it sacred with an unknown source. Modern expeditions have sought to trace the Nile's origin, which flows through 11 countries and is only 200 meters shorter than the Amazon River. The African continent has experienced favorable climates during ice ages, while extreme Arctic conditions have never occurred, making it suitable for early human civilizations. The oldest human skeleton, found in Hadar, Ethiopia, dates back 3.2 million years and suggests that humanity's origins are in Africa. In the Sahara Desert, there is a place called the Secret Garden in the Ennedi Plateau, which is a haven for local nomads. For thousands of years, it has served as a stopover for caravans traveling through the Sahara, providing water for animals like camels and shelter for humans. Ancient rock art found here depicts cattle, a common sight where there was grass. Today, camels are the only animals that can thrive here, and African lions have disappeared since 1940. Some crocodiles live near the water, but experts believe they have been there for thousands of years, slowly diminishing due to limited food. The mysterious stone found in the necklace of the ancient Egyptian king Tutankhamun is also linked to the Sahara. This natural glass stone, once thought to be from another world, was ultimately found to originate from the Sahara. In Libya, many such stones are scattered across the desert, believed to have formed from an asteroid impact 30 million years ago that melted sandstone into glass. Despite appearing worthless, Sahara's sand plays a crucial role in maintaining the ecosystem of the Amazon rainforest, located 4,000 kilometers away. Each year, millions of tons of sand are carried by wind across the Atlantic to South America, where the phosphorus in the sand helps sustain the Amazon rainforest. Finally, some fascinating facts about the Sahara Desert. It is often considered the largest desert in the world, but it is actually the third largest, with Antarctica and the Arctic being larger. The Sahara is the largest hot desert, with an area of 9 million square kilometers, though its size fluctuates with seasonal changes as sand either spreads out or compacts. Only 25% of the Sahara is covered with sand. 1. The Sahara Desert was once green. About 10,000 years ago, during the African Humid Period, the Sahara was a lush region with abundant vegetation, lakes, and rivers. Fossils of fish, crocodiles, and other animals that once lived in these waters have been found in areas that are now barren desert. 2. The Sahara is growing. The desert is expanding southward at a rate of about 48 kilometers per year, a phenomenon known as desertification. This is due to a combination of natural climate changes and human activities like overgrazing, deforestation, and unsustainable water use. 3. The Sahara's incredible temperature extremes. While the Sahara is known for its scorching daytime temperatures, which can exceed 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. The desert can also get very cold at night, with temperatures dropping below freezing in the winter. 4. The Sahara's sandstorms can reach other continents. The Sahara's powerful sandstorms are so intense that they can transport sand across the Atlantic Ocean, depositing it in places as far away as the Caribbean and even the Amazon rainforest, as previously mentioned. 6. The Sahara has a rich history of ancient civilizations. The desert was once home to several powerful civilizations, such as the Garamantes, who built complex irrigation systems and developed trade routes across the Sahara. Rock art found in the desert depicts animals like elephants and giraffes, showing that the Sahara was once a thriving habitat. 7. The Sahara is still revealing its secrets. In recent years, satellite technology has uncovered hidden features beneath the Sahara's sands, including ancient river systems, buried towns, and even potential archaeological sites that could rewrite our understanding of the region's history.